Hi everyone. I hope you're all keeping safe and are settling in well to UCL life wherever in the world you may be. My name is Isobel and I am president of PiMedia, UCL's oldest and largest student journalism society. Pi was launched in 1946 as a newspaper, named Pi in honour of the university's provost, Sir David Pi. Nowadays, we publish content on 3 platforms: Pi Online, Pi Magazine, and PiTV. It doesn't matter if you've been involved in student journalism for years or if you've never approached it before. We would really love to hear from you. Whether you're interested in writing, editing, filming, producing, presenting, designing, or photographing, we really welcome your contribution. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and to come along to our Freshers events in the upcoming weeks. We really look forward to getting to know you all and making sure that this year is a success.
Well, hello everyone, and thank you for your interest in joining PiMedia, UCL's largest student media outlet. Now, my name's Matt, and I'm one of the editors-in-chief for the online branch of the Society, along with my co-EIC, Daria. Now, if you're new to the Society, Pi Online is a great place to get started. It's where the vast majority of our output at this Society comes through. Now, as you may already know, we publish across 6 sections. We have the news section, where we publish UCL and student-related news, as well as local events, and sometimes quite large domestic stories, which have a relevance to a UCL student. We also have the opinion section for comments on everyday affairs, sometimes domestic, sometimes global. And we also have the features section for a more in-depth analysis of topical stories. And we have the science and tech section. Coronavirus obviously is a big subject there going forward. And we also have the lifestyle section that covers anything from food, fashion, travel, mental health as well. And lastly we have the culture section, which this year for the first time actually we've divided up into 5 subsections: books, TV and film, music, museum and art, and theatre. Now, to get involved, all you have to do is come up with an idea, or visit our weekly commission spreadsheet for an idea, and send your pitch or your finished article directly to one of our section editors. And they'll work with you on it and edit it and format it to our house style before sending it over to Daria or myself for a final check over before we publish on the website. Now, why get involved with Pi? Well, we're a very inclusive society, and it's a good way to develop your journalistic skills in a supportive environment. Perhaps if you want to report on student news, or voice your opinion on something important to you, or share a personal story, Pi will give you a platform to do that. And the key thing is, and I can't stress this enough, it doesn't matter about experience. And it certainly doesn't matter whether you study a humanities subject or a science subject. I myself am a chemistry student. Whatever your experience, whether you've done any student media journalism before or nothing, it doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome, as everyone has to start somewhere.
Hi, I'm Emily, and along with Vanessa, I'm one of the editors-in-chief of Pi Magazine. Pi Magazine is our in-depth print publication, featuring original writing, artwork, and photography under the same 6 sections as Pi Online. Each issue is the culmination of a whole term's worth of work, published just before the winter and Easter breaks. For each edition, we select a theme around which everything centres. We like to choose themes that allow exploration of contemporary issues, as well as personal reflection from our writers. Previous themes include bricolage, shift, balance, and empowerment. You can access these issues under Pi Magazine on our website. At over 40 pages long and involving collaboration between Pi's writers, editors, artists, and designers, as well as with UCL Photography Society, working on the magazine is an extended but rewarding process. It all starts when we reveal our theme at the beginning of term. This is the point where, if you're interested in writing for us, you can submit your article pitch. As each year we're delighted to receive a lot of submissions, we work with the section editors to select 2 articles for publication per section. Once we've selected our favourite pitches, we pass them over to the design team, who begin to come up with their plans for original artwork to accompany each article. If this sounds more like something you'd be interested in, you can get in contact with our creative team to contribute your photography or artwork to the magazine. All article drafts should be submitted to us by reading week, at which point the work of the editors really begins. After editing, the articles are returned back to the writers for their final checks before we begin to compile the magazine in earnest. Once the magazine is printed towards the end of term, we celebrate with a launch party. This is always a really fun event. When we celebrated Shift, we invited a Financial Times editor to our launch at the Observatory Cafe, where we had a panel series discussing the themes covered in the magazine. Following our launch party, we begin distribution around campus. Unfortunately, the pandemic put our plans on hold for our last edition, Bricolage, but we're hoping to begin distribution on campus as soon as we can. For now, you can check it out online amongst all of the other magazines on our website. Contributing to the magazine is a really wonderful opportunity to see your work in print. We're keen to utilise the diverse creative talent at UCL, commissioning all of our articles, design and photography from within the university, making the magazine a truly fun and collaborative effort. This year, we've also decided to put out special online editions, the first of which is our Freshers edition, released just before Freshers Week. This is in an effort to keep pace with everything being remote this term. Keep your eyes peeled for its online release, and for our announcement of Term 1's print theme and submission call a little later.
Hi everyone, thanks for making it this far into the video. My name's Dom, and I'm one of the editors-in-chief of PiTV, along with my co-editor-in-chief, Katie. PiTV is the broadcast section of Pi Media, where we cover a range of topics in video format. We produce all kinds of content, from on-campus impromptu interviews with students about current issues, to backstage glimpses of upcoming art shows. This year, we want to expand our field of content even further to include things like in-depth investigations, structured interviews with leading voices in different fields, and videos documenting the day in the life of a UCL student. If any of this sounds interesting to you, or if you have your own idea for a video you'd like to see produced, get in touch with us to find out how you can get involved. We've opened recruitment already, and we're looking for people interested in writing for video, directing, presenting, filming, and editing. You don't need any prior experience, and you don't even need to know exactly what role you'd like to take on. Just get in touch and we can find the best suit for you. All you need to do is fill out the PiTV recruitment form linked on the website, or email us at uclpitv@gmail.com if you have any further questions. Here's to a great year ahead, and we hope to see you very soon.